Welcome to today's webinar. The topic today is most frequently asked questions answered by Dlubal support team, our regular webinar that we present one per month or two webinars per month. My name is Andreas Hörold. I'm responsible for marketing and public relations in the company Dlubal Software. For instance, the technical content of the website, the German and English webinars, customer projects, newsletters, and so on. I will be the moderator today, and I will also present the webinar. And Sandy will support me, but Sandy, you can introduce yourself. We can't hear you.
Hello, my name is Sandy Matula. I'm responsible for the customer support here at Dlubal. Today I will answer your questions.
Okay, thank you, Sandy, for your introduction. Then we can switch off our webcams that the attendees can see the full screen. Some words how you can ask questions. You can click on that button here, and then you can enter your question in that field. And you have to send the question, and Sandy will answer you. The other way is to watch the entire webinar and then email your questions to info@dlubal.com. Okay, then I turn to the program, to the first model, and the first question is, I want to determine the critical load factors for a simple model in a structural stability add-on, but I get the error message, too many buckling shapes required. Why is that? Let me calculate this load case. I go to the settings before. You can see that there's checked calculate critical load with the stability, structure stability add-on. Let's go to these settings. We would like to determine the 25 lowest eigenvalues. Okay, I calculate the load case. There's only a load in Z direction. So, and we see that error message, too many buckling shapes below. So, and the reason in this case is that no compressive force occur in the beam. So the eigenvalue server cannot determine any buckling shapes. Let's turn to the second load case with a compression load. We calculate it. So in this case, we don't get an error message. That's the error message for load case 1. We go to the stability analysis and left above in the navigator results, we can see the different eigenvalues. Again, we can go through them. So, but when we go to the FE mesh settings and to the members, where is a member division of 24 set, and we change the value to 2. Okay, and apply. And then we calculate the load case again. So, and now we get quite the same error message. The maximum number is 14. Well, why is that? This is due to the mathematics used in FEM. The global stiffness matrix of the structure has a certain size, which is only allows a limited number of eigenvectors. And ultimately eigenvalues. And through mesh refinement, the stiffness matrix becomes larger and therefore has more eigenvalues. Let's changed it back again. Mesh settings. I enter the standard value 8. Okay, and we calculate the load case again. So, and left above, we change in the navigator results to we let display the stability analysis results, and we go through the different eigenvalues. And you can see that's not a correct or a good eigenvalue because of the mesh refinement or the mesh setting of this member. And I would change it back again. Sorry, here, mesh settings 24. Okay. So, and after the calculation, it should looks better. And here as in any FE calculation, let's go through the eigenvalues. Those eigenvalues look quite better. And here as in any FE calculation, the principle applies that the FE mesh should be kept as coarse as possible, but at the same time as fine as necessary. Okay, so then we turn to the next model and the next question. Next question is, how can I quickly and easily insert an opening in a solid body in RFEM 6? Now, the basic shape here is a cube. We now want to insert a rectangular opening and a rectangular pocket into it. So we change the work plane into XZ. And with that button here above, we set a new grid and a new origin. I click on that edge. So, and now the front is our work plane. I change to the -Y view. So, and we start with the rectangular opening left above. So I enter the opening. So, and then I would like to copy that opening. Just a small tip. I would like to enter a window around the opening. And when I do that, I destroy the cube, or I drag and drop the surface. How can I avoid that? I undo that. So with a right click in the user interface, in the empty interface, I can deactivate the drag and drop function. And then I can select the opening, or the other possibility is I change it back. I activate the drag and drop, and I press the Alt key, and then I can also deactivate the drag and drop feature for this time. Okay, so then above, move copy selected objects. I create a copy. The displacement vector should be from the front to the back. Okay, and I activate the step links. Then I select link nodes with line and link line with surface. And I have to select the surface in the graphic. I select this one. Okay. So, and that's all. And now the opening is created. So then we continue with the circular pocket or rectangular. We do a circle. Okay. So let me search the grid. Okay. So that's the opening. So, and now I select all, but not the opening. I press the Shift key and deselect the opening. I would like to copy only the line. So go back to Move Copy Selected Objects. The program remembers the last entries. So I enter 0.8 here and leave the settings for the step links. Okay. Okay. Now only a circular surface is missing. I switch to the transparent model, or better to the wireframe model. And you can see there's no surface here. So, and that's why I select the boundary lines and create a surface. So stiffness type should be without thickness. Okay, and select this line. Okay. So that should be all. So I can go back to the transparent model. On the right side in the navigator data, you can see the solids, and now, it's in red color. We have to, the solid is not closed anymore. So how to correct it? I double click on the solid and I have to select the new boundary surfaces. So I clear it. Okay. And select all. Okay. And now all is correct again. We can mesh the cube. Okay. Now the solid is complete now, and we could calculate it. Okay, then we turn to the next model. That's a simple steel connection, and the question is, I have modeled a steel connection and would like to include a dimensioned sketch of it in the printout report. How do I do that? I double click on the steel joint. I can see the components. So, and let's go to the view in -y direction. No, in the x direction. Okay. And now we want to dimensioning the screw spacing. Now that's a quite new and often wished feature. So I do a right click in the free space, and then I can enter new dimensions. Can add linear dimensions, angular, radius, and so on. I create a linear dimension. So I click on the edge and the middle of the screws. Okay, then I choose the projection in Y direction and second plane. Okay. So then in the next step, also the vertical dimensioning. So projection in Z and first plane. Okay. Now the dimensioning is in meters. Now I would like to change that in millimeters. I go left at the bottom to the button units and decimal places. So I go to dimensions and change it here from meters in millimeters and change the decimal places to 0. Okay. Okay. That looks quite good. We save all with the apply button. And now we can print that graphic in the printout report. Yeah, you can print it directly to the printer and so on. I print the graphics in the printout report. Okay. Now that's the preview. That looks quite good. I change it to window filling. Okay. Save and show. And now the printout report is creating. And we can take a look in the printout report. So. Okay. That looks quite good. The name is still in German, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So then that's all for this question. The next question is, how can I share my user-defined settings for the cover page and header of the printout report with my colleagues? I go in the menu to Report and Printer Setup. So, and you can select, for example, header. And you can also upload your own logo, the logo of your company, for example. You can change the first line. I change it to, Dlubal Software. Dlubal Software GmbH. Then 2 in Germany 93464 Tiefenbach. Okay, and I can save that with that button, Save as Template. User-defined settings 1, for example. Okay, so and now I turn back to the program, to RFEM 6, and I go to Options, Export GUI Settings, and I deselect all, and then I select Templates for print settings. Okay, and I can save it with user-defined GUI. Okay, save it, and then you can save or send this file or share this file on a server and share it with your colleagues, and they can import it with options and then import GUI settings. The same workflow. Okay, so then we turn to the next question, or the last question. Last question is, how do I best formulate my questions to AI assistant Mia so that I receive the most precise answer possible? So let's go to the website. I go to support and learning and to frequently asked questions. I search for Mia prompting. We created a certain FAQ for this question. Let's go to this FAQ. You can read it later. But whereas, for example, the answer, what is a prompt? It's described here. For Mia, a prompt is a user input that Mia generates an appropriate answer to. Let's go to the most important comments. Use complete, short and clear sentences to get to the point. Then be detailed as you can and make sure it's clear. The more precise, the better. For example, you can mention or enter the program family. That's quite important. And give the most important information at the beginning or the end. You can see that under the example, Mia is only it's not like Google that you enter only one word or more words. You can see there's a quite different answer if you only enter 2 words or a complete precise question. Okay. I would like to introduce you a new feature. You can ask for formulas, and Mia is searching for the answer and gives you the formula. Let me enter or copy and paste the question. The question is, can you please show me the detailed formula for the moment of inertia about the z-axis for any cross-section? And Mia gives you an explanation, the main formula, and also detailed formulas for composite areas or for standard shapes, rectangular shapes, and also a description. Okay, that should be all for today's webinar. Thank you for your attention. Maybe an additional hint, in the next days you will get an email with the link to the webinar page with the recording and the models. You will get an attendee certificate, and so on. Okay, thanks again for your attention. Thanks to Sandy for answering the questions. I hope we meet each other in a future webinar. I wish you a nice rest of the day, and bye-bye.